Problems for Marvel and Disney just get even worse. So, Nelson Peltz is now teaming up with fired Marvel CEO Ike Perlmutter, so the former executive, to hold $2.5 billion stake in Disney. This is what looks to be fast approaching a hostile takeover. Massive, massive. So the ex-comic book boss says he can't watch movie giant underachieve its great potential. This is the first time he's really come out and slammed Disney. Now, as a bit of a background, Ike Perlmutter was the guy who sold Marvel to Disney, which gave him a ginormous stake in Disney. He was influential in the previous proxy war that was going to be taking place with Nelson Peltz. And as soon as Nelson Peltz heard from, say, Bob Iger that, what they were planning to do to make things better, Nelson Peltz backed off, and then Bob Iger immediately went and fired Ike Perlmutter. But Ike Perlmutter is still a force to be reckoned with. And we said at the time, myself, other commentators, anyone in the sort of financial world commented on this and said, Ike Perlmutter will come back. He will absolutely wreck Bob Iger for this. That was a big, big, big mistake. Big mistake. And this is the evidence here. This is huge. It cannot be understated just how big this is. Or overstated, should I say. This is massive in terms of the sort of landscape with Disney. So, ex-Marvel CEO Ike Perlmutter has given Nelson Peltz voting power over his Disney shares. Basically, hey, you can get a lot done with yours. I'll give you mine. You're going to be able to get a lot more done. That's it. That is basically it. Pretty insane. Pretty insane. So Disney's activist investor, which I hate that term, is literally an investor that wants a return on his investment. How's that an activist? The true activist investors are BlackRock and Vanguard. But Nelson Peltz boosted his effort to claim a company board seat. Also, he wants more. After former Marvel executive Ike Perlmutter entrusts his stakes to him. He wants more than one board seat. Because he realises that Bob Iger has handpicked everyone on that board. And he won't be able to get anything done unless he gets more board seats. So Peltz, whose daughter Nicola married Brooklyn Beckham last year, now owns around $2.5 billion worth of Disney shares. And has previously waged a proxy war with CEO Bob Iger for a board seat. So the 81-year-old's Trian Investment Fund holds about 33 million shares, making it one of the largest investors out of Disney's 1.8 billion shares. So part of the stock the investment firm controls is under an arrangement that gives Peltz firm sole voting power over Perlmutter's shares, according to the Wall Street Journal. And this is what he said to Yahoo Finance. This is Ike Perlmutter. As someone with a large economic interest in Disney's success, because he does, there's no lie here, I can no longer watch the business underachieve its great potential. I urge Disney's board to immediately welcome one or more. This is what he wants. He wants multiple Trian board candidates, including Trian's CEO and founding partner Nelson Peltz, into the boardroom. I believe Nelson and Trian can help Disney's leadership better navigate the company's challenges and opportunities. Basically, get that woke shit out of Disney, for God's sake. Stop pandering to everyone. Perlmutter, and bear in mind, this came literally as Joining the Pandaverse got released. Crazy. This is huge, ladies and gents. Like, this couldn't be there couldn't be a more opportune time for this to hit the headlines, when Disney, their woke agenda, the pandering that they do constantly, is massively in the crosshairs for everyone to laugh at. Then Ike Perlmutter, Nelson Peltz, they come out with this statement. It is a huge show of strength to Disney. So Peltz's first proxy war in January called on Disney to restore the magic amid criticism the media conglomerate had become too political. It had. He withdrew from the initial fight after Iger unveiled a cost-cutting plan involving 7,000 layoffs and restructuring to save around $5.5 billion. However, Disney shares plummeting by 12.5% over the last year has prompted the investor, I hate the activist term, to renew his bid for power. And this is the thing, right? I mean, shares tumbled to record lows of 78.73 and are at 79.82 on Monday. They were well over 100. I think they were over 200 at one point. It's crazy how low they've gone. I mean, you can see here they were over 100. But I distinctly remember there being a period of time where I think they were at like 200 odd. It's crazy. But like I said, you cannot overstate the significance of this. This is absolutely huge. Absolutely ginormous. So again, this is Yahoo Finance anyway. Trian declined to comment on the development, which was first reported by the Wall Street Journal, while Disney did not immediately respond to Yahoo Finance's request. So Yahoo Finance confirmed earlier this month that Peltz's hedge fund, Trian Fund Management, had boosted its stake in Disney, and Peltz is seeking multiple board seats, including one for himself. And this is the thing. They're really, really vying for that. They're really pushing for that. Which, I mean, you would, wouldn't you? So Peltz had said Iger needed to execute on his plan, but with the stock falling nearly 30% since the end of Peltz's previous proxy battle, it's clear shareholders want to see more from the entertainment giant. And this is the other thing, right? You've got to remember, ladies and gents, we've seen Joining the Pandaverse. Everyone's seen Joining the Pandaverse. Disney investors have seen it as well. And they're a laughing stock. And there's loads of people chiming in on this. I mean, Laura Martin, an analyst, said it puts a lot of pressure on Disney. Boy, does it ever. He owns enough that I don't even know if he needs to get board seats to actually get something done here and make money on his investment. We'll see. But worst case, you'll have an activist in the boardroom who will be much more short-term focused than anyone currently on the board. Because everyone else on the board is currently trying to enact social change, whereas he's just like, no, I want some money back. Crazy. And you know what? Good. I really, really, really hope Nelson Peltz gets his board seats. And I hope Ike Perlmutter, I mean, this is Ike Perlmutter's revenge, man. It's so funny. It is comedy gold. Let me know what you think of this down below there, ladies and gents. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But yeah, Disney is screwed. This is really, really, well, screwed or saved. I mean, depending which way you sit on it. Bob Iger's screwed, that's for certain.